Namaste, everyone. Here we are on this very special day. After having just landed on Moon, we back on Earth. We are going to have a reflection, a contemplation, a meditation on seeking the highest beauty. To seek highest beauty is to find God. That's the title of our session today, inspired by a sentence from a particular chapter in Sri Aurobindo's book, The Human Cycle. And to help us, to kind of take us on this journey of contemplation on this, we have with us Dr. Charan Singh, who is going to be facilitating this discourse. So Dr. Charan Singh Kedarkhandi is a personal friend, and he's a poet, thinker, spiritual seeker, and a student of Indian knowledge tradition. He completed his PhD on Sri Aurobindo's epic poem Savitri, and he's currently serving as an assistant professor of English at Government PG College, Jyotirmath, Uttarakhand. He's a widely sought speaker and writer on various topics related to Sri Aurobindo's poetry, yoga, philosophy, education, and so on. He's a regular contributor to our society journal, Renaissance also, and he's the founder member of Sri Aurobindo Study Center at Jyotirmath, and also edits that center's annual bilingual magazine Anukampa, the Grace Divine. He's a prolific poet. He's written several books of poetry, 2 in Hindi, and his most recent book in English, his first one, Dancing with the Moon and Other Poems. I had the privilege of writing a short review and introduction to that book in our June issue of Renaissance Journal. So he really has been, very supportive of the work at Sri Aurobindo Society, and also, as I said, with his vast and beautiful background in poetry and in Sri Aurobindo's poetry in particular, he's perfect for this reflection on to find highest beauty is to seek highest beauty is to find God. So please, Charan Singh ji, all yours. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Belu Mehraji. I am profoundly thankful to aurobharati, Sri Aurobindo Society, Renaissance, and also Auro University, the Center for Sri Aurobindo's Integral Life Center, Auro University, Gujarat, Surat. Thank you for inviting me, for having me on this very relevant, very beautiful series of spiritual deliberations on the Mahayogi, Kala and Adhyatma, art and spirituality, and definitely by his grace and the uninterrupted grace of the Divine Mother, we are going to have some beautiful deliberation, some soul uplifting, soul warming deliberation on this topic tonight. It is a wonderful day and a perfect timing for this kind of deliberation, because after long, the whole nation is at cloud 9. We are all extremely happy. Our scientists, our ebullient team at ISRO has given us this proud moment. And this is, I believe, that the beginning of the new India, the emerging India, the asserting India, the self-reliant and extremely powerful India, inwardly powerful, scientifically powerful, materially and spiritually powerful India. Sri Aurobindo and the mother must be very happy today. Dear friends, beauty is one of the most fundamental desires of all of us humans. We try to create beauty around us. We try to seek beauty. We try to look beautiful. We try to live in the aura of beauty and the vision of the beauty. So this shows that beauty is one of the fundamentals and one of the most primitive urges, desires of humanity on earth. And in our Indian tradition of art and spirituality, beauty holds a unique position. Only yesterday I was talking to my students about the majestic Kailasa temple in Maharashtra, the cave dwellings, the cave carvings. India is heaven for all these things. Definitely, there have been such artistic expressions, such specific templates of beauty everywhere in the world. But our culture, in one place at the Renaissance in India, the Mahayogi says, India has lived and lived greatly. And at one point, he also says, perhaps on page number 7 of the same book, that spirituality is the master key of the Indian mind, and sense of the infinite is native to it. You can only understand India, Indian art traditions, Indian life, Indian mind, only through a spiritual vision of things. An artifact or artwork is not just an outer work of art, an intellectual expression of art. It is the artist's very soul's expression. A simple, majestic building is not an outer structure viewed from an Indian point of view. It is but the soul's expression of the reality, vision of the divine. This is what Sri Aurobindo lifts our consciousness, that whatever Indian mind has created, constructed, thought over, India has always transcended the material boundary and touched the realms of the reality. And it has come out, it has been expressed through art, through aesthetics, through yoga, through spirituality, through the national vision of life, through the vision of the mother and motherland as the divine incarnation. It has come out, it has spread itself through 1,000 ways, dear friends. So it is very much established fact that all of us are lovers of beauty, seekers after beauty. And today we will dwell upon which kind of beauty. What is that highest beauty? What does it mean by the Mahayogi when he goes on saying that to find highest beauty is to find God? So we will reflect on these things. And there are many clues in Savitri itself, his mammoth, his lifetime works, his magnum opus. At one point in page number 112, he says beauty is his footprint, showing us where he has passed. So beauty is God, God is beauty. Or beauty is at least the gateway that leads us to God. Beauty is his footprint, showing us where he has passed. Sri Aurobindo, there is some soul-stirring, spiritually uplifting debate between the dark and demonic forces of death or Yama and between Savitri. So on page number 624, the Mahayogi says, and these are oft-quoted lines, Veluji, his laughter of beauty breaks out in green trees. His moments of beauty triumph in a flower. The blue seas chant, the rivulet's wandering voice are murmurs falling from the eternal's heart. This whole world is God fulfilled in outwardness. So if we are lover of God, if we are seeker after God, if we are seeker of his vision and his grace and his intervention in our life, we should start with nature. We should start with art and beauty. We should start by widening our inner faculties, by widening our heart, by broadening our vision of the reality. How majestically Sri Aurobindo goes on saying, he talks about the moon, he talks about the shimmering moon, he talks about the sun, and how everything is God. How all majestic outer expressions of life, of beauty, are but outermost reflections of God. In the Vibhuti Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita also, when the Lord goes on saying that I am this, I am river, I am Ganga among rivers, I am Samveda among the Vedas, and he goes on narrating the most majestic and beautiful phases of life, but goes also adds that they are small friction, minuscule parts of what I'm actually am. So this is the magic. Outer nature, outer beauty can and could lead us towards the actual, the real, the highest, the sublime vision of beauty, that is God. And all of us know who are beloved children of the mother, know very well that the first vibhuti, first anukampa that she showered on us was beauty, was order, was aesthetics in life. Sri Aurobindo's disciples, 4 or 5 at that time, were living in shambles at that time. There was hardly any hierarchy between Guru and Shishyas. There were hardly any aesthetic vision of the ashram. In fact, that was 1 or 2 rooms dwelling at that time. It's very hard to call it ashram, but yes, Sri Aurobindo was there. 4 or 5 disciples were there. But there was no outer beauty, there was no harmony in life. The first grace, the first intervention, the first vibhuti the mother blessed us with is beauty, is perfection, is vision. And later on, all of us know who understand the overall mechanism, the overall philosophy, the overall beautiful laboratory of life, divine life that Pondicherry Ashram is, and all the institutions associated by the mother are but a reflection of this primitive vision of the mother, this primitive grace of the mother. Beauty has been very closely associated with all workings, with all expressions of Sri Aurobindo and his work. But descending down on the human plane, look what we have created out of this, all these beautiful things granted and blessed by God to us. We have proved ourselves very poor, very inefficient, very unskilled, very apatra custodians of this world. We have spoiled, I'm just dwelling on the outer relation of humankind with nature, because we are talking about how through nature we can approach to God, how through this outer prakriti we can go closer to the divine, we can achieve the divine, we can realize the divine. But the grosser eye of humanity, the outer man, this unrefined, unregenerated man, this highly greedy man, what this has done with this beautiful nature. Our rivers, our mountains are suffering, our grasslands and meadows are badly choking, and litter everywhere, dirt everywhere, filth everywhere. And in the whole world, there is a great crisis, great threat to the existence itself, to environment, and to outer prakriti itself. Great threat. So this shows that very few among us. And Beluji, I will just off the video, go on talking through audio mode. What we have done with this beautiful earth is really a matter of great shock and pity. So this makes me remind a beautiful couplet in Hindi that हजारों साल से नरगिस अपनी बेनूरी ये रोता है, बड़ी मुश्किल से होता है चमन में दीदावर पैदा. Our vision of beauty is very shallow. We enjoy a flower by plucking it. We appreciate a flower or a beautiful garden by crushing it. And in a second, everything is lost. We haven't established, we haven't developed the perfect and the most majestic vision of beauty to appreciate the nature, to appreciate this outer beauty of God. And that's why the present condition of the world. But dear friends, the beauty, the majestic vision of life that Sri Aurobindo gives us are here and there present everywhere in sutras, in clues, in his writings. I am reminded of a beautiful sutra from Thoughts and Aphorisms. And what is that sutra? God had opened this, for I saw the nobility of the vulgar, the attractive, the perfection of the mind, the beauty of the hideous. Our understanding and our expression and interpretation of beauty is almost rational. It is intellectual, comparative. When we talk about beauty, we also think of ugliness at the same time, and we are judgmental in passing judgments on an artifact or thing of beauty. But look, this vision is very majestic. This is the vision that Sri Aurobindo is talking of high beauty or highest beauty. When you really see beauty, you can't see ugliness anymore. When you really see a beautiful thing, beauty of the heart or beauty of the soul in a thing, you will appreciate even a furious, fierce snake or a bear for that matter. Swami Ram was a Himalayan yogi. I'm talking about Swami Ram of the Jolly Grant Hospital. He later on established a hospital in Jolly Grant, Dehradun, for the poor and less resourced people of Uttarakhand. But he was a great yogi, and he has written a book, Living with the Himalayan Masters. And in 1949, he stayed for 3 weeks. He stayed at Sri Aurobindo Ashram also, and he has written a chapter in that book on Sri Aurobindo. So, Swami Rama says that when I was in Himalaya, my guru, once I plucked a flower, and my guru chided me, and after that, I never plucked any flower in my life. So, as we don't have that highest vision of beauty, that's why we live on, at best, the intellectual understanding of art. But look, the heights achieved by Sri Aurobindo in the quote when he says that God had opened my eyes, for I saw the nobility of the vulgar. There is nothing ugly. There is nothing disfigured. There is nothing imperfect. There is nothing hideous. Well, when I was referring to Swami Ram, he had a domesticated bear, and he may fear some animal. Everybody is afraid of bear. But how the outer prakriti also, how the animal world also surrenders to the feet of the yogi, one who really has that aesthetic vision or the vision of the soul. So in that context, I was referring to Swami Rama. I lost the link, but this sutra, these lines inspire me and infuse in me the spirit of the nobility of the vulgar. And many of us who have read his Uttar Pada speech and later on his Kara Kahani, Tales of Prison Life, we know very well that how he goes on appreciating the thieves, the minor thieves, the under trial prisoners, the companions. He even goes on appreciating the people who were incarcerated with him. And he says that many of them were more intelligent and many times more talented than me. So this is what Sri Aurobindo is looking. He's in prison in most testing and taxing situations. And even in those situations, he's looking everywhere. Better people, beautiful people, intelligent people, graceful people. This is the vision of the highest beauty. And dear friends, I am also quoting few lines from the synthesis of yoga. Here Sri Aurobindo says, a lover of beauty, a lover of God is a universal lover. It is almost impossible that you are deeply in love with God and critical of his word. If you are a lover of this word, if you are a connoisseur of the word's beauty, of God's beauty or God's vibhutis, you are essentially a lover of his creation also. So on page number 590, Sri Aurobindo says these beautiful lines. The God lover is the universal lover, and he embraces the all blissful and all beautiful. The God lover is the universal lover. He is the lover of the whole universe, and he embraces the all blissful and the all beautiful. And look at the beauty of these lines. When universal love has seized on his heart, it is the decisive sign that the divine has taken possession of him. When universal love has seized the heart of a rasika, of a seeker, of a sadhaka, this is the decisive sign that God has taken possession, the divine has taken possession of his heart. And when he has the vision of the all beautiful everywhere,
That is the sign, the decisive sign that he has taken possession of the divine. It means when we see everywhere the matchless beauty of God, when we really have achieved that majestic height, that we see only and only beauty everywhere, even in the most hideous faces of nature, most fearsome faces of nature. This is the sign that we have taken the possession of God's, the divine's heart. This kind of grace, this kind of lofty vision, this kind of vibhuti, this kind of blessings could come only through this realization. And I can't resist but quoting Sri Aurobindo's beautiful poem, Bride of the Fire, one of my personal favorites. This is also a poem written or rather revealed on those majestic heights of beautiful vision. Bride of the fire, clasp me now close, bride of the fire. I have shed the bloom of earthly rose. I have slain desire. And in the second stanza, beauty of the light, surround my life. There is a call to the beauty of the light of the divine, that you come to me as the beautiful face and surround my life. Beauty of the light, surround my life. I have sacrificed longing and parted from grief. I can bear thy delight. I have sacrificed longing and parted from grief. I can bear thy delight. Image of ecstasy, thrill and enlace. Image of bliss, I will hear only thy laugh and feel only thy kiss. So this is also a beautiful poem that leads us, that interprets before us the actual vision of joy, beauty, light, ananda that God has, that God bestows on us. Because beauty is one of the aspects of the divine. Ananda, perfection, peace, love, all these are associated with vibhutis. God is all these. He's full of love. He's full of beauty. You know, the gods never age. Care never lines on their faces. And this is one of the complaints by Savitri's mother when she comes to know that the boy, the Salva boy, he is going to die in a year. He complains to Rishi Narad that we are not the people with ageless lids whose lids never blink. We die. We feel pain. We feel the pain of the dead ones also. We are not gods like you. Actually, Queen Malavi, biological mother of Savitri, is taking her daughter as an ordinary woman. A fact which is not the actual truth, and very much known by Rishi Narad and even Savitri's human father, Ashwapati. That's why he goes on explaining that cry not to the world she alone can save, and queen, you have no role here. This is a game done. She has been given a divine task. So we have all these things. We have very conditioned vision of life and love and beauty and all that. We talk in the language used by the queen. These are the lofty blessings. When Sri Aurobindo goes on talking that I have shed the bloom of earthly rose, spirituality, spiritual blessings, vision of the beautiful will not come for trifle. We will have to pay the price. So in order to enjoy the deathless rose, we have to shed, we have to leave the temptation of the earthly rose. And we have to part from grief. It is essential also. All of us are still in the incantation of grief, of attachment, of mortal asakti, earthly asakti. And these things are the bars, the veils between us and the real vision of the beauty. Coming down now on the particular essay,
in the beginning Beluji talked about, it is actually the suprarational beauty from page number 139 to 145 of the human cycle. In fact, that's a omnibus, a collection of three books in one book. So in the whole book, Sri Aurobindo goes on defining suprarational beauty. I never read or heard of this word from any other pen. This means that this is essentially a creation, a coinage of Sri Aurobindo's own, like supermind. So suprarational beauty. And there he says that, I'm quoting him, generally we think that we create through mind or intellect, or we paint through our intellectual understanding by the power of reason. Any work of creation or art is does happen through our intellectual progress. Our general belief, our general understanding of life or art is this. But role of reason in the artistic creation. And in place of that, he says that highest beautiful things could come out only through vision and inspiration. That's why a rishi never acts through intellect. He just sees. His real power is vision and the divine inspiration. So I'm quoting Sri Aurobindo, where the greatest and the most powerful creation of beauty is accomplished, and its appreciation and enjoyment rise to the highest pitch, the rational is always suppressed and left behind. The creation of beauty in poetry and art does not fall within the sovereignty or even within the sphere of the region. Beauty and true beauty, highest beauty is created not through the power or the position or the efforts of intellect, but through the blessings and the interventions of vision and inspiration. So those who are really spiritually inclined artists, we need to understand this vision of the Mahayuga. And then in the beginning lines of that essay, he says that all life should be beautiful. As in his essay, all life is yoga. Here we can say Sri Aurobindo is saying all life is beautiful. Though in the beginning, or the expressions of beauty, or the highest expressions of beauty in the beginning for an outer mind, they come through painting, through sculpture, through architecture, other artifacts, artistic expressions. But in reality, in truth, Sri Aurobindo says, if we really have a widest and profoundest understanding of beauty, there is nothing in life that should not be an expression of beauty. Not only our art or our sculpture or our architecture or our painting or our music or our poetry, but every phase of life, every manifestation of life, every gesture of life should be deeply steeped in with this vision of beauty. Even our walking should be beautiful. Our talking should be beautiful. Our eating should be beautiful. Our thinking should be beautiful. Our admiration should be beautiful. Our listening should be beautiful. Everything can be beautiful. And there is no surprise that the Divine Mother has laid so much emphasis on all these things, because nothing is superficial. Everything can connect us to the divine vision, to the actual vision, to the vision of the divine, to the vision of the beautiful. So I'm quoting, I can't disfigure the beautiful words of Sri Aurobindo, so I'm quoting him. Man's seeking after beauty reaches its most intense and satisfying expression in the great creative arts, poetry, painting, sculpture, architecture. But in its true full extension, there is no activity of the nature or his life from which it need or ought to be excluded. Beauty need not to be excluded from any sphere of human life or human, human creation or human need. And then there is a long dash, and then Sri Aurobindo says, provided we understand beauty both in its widest and its truest sense. So this is interesting. And then the final lines where he says that to find highest beauty is to find God. God is beauty and delight. His vibhutis are ananda, his vibhutis are saundarya. God is beauty and delight, hidden in the variation of his masks and his forms. To find highest beauty is to find God, to reveal, to embody, to create. As we say, highest beauty is to bring out of our souls the living image and power of God. It is not only, it is not the final destination that we have found God. To find highest beauty is to find God. But after that, whenever we try to reveal, to unfold, to express that power of our soul, that experience of our soul, we are in a way expressing God, revealing God before us. That's why an artist, an abstract artist, a deeper artist, a seeker after beauty, real beauty, a person who is not stuck to the form of reality or the merely the intellectual truth of reality, one who transcends these boundaries, is the one who expresses the soul and power of God through his work of art, through his painting, through his music, through his poetry, through his pen, or through his brush. So this is the vision, this is the lofty journey of beauty, and this is the meaning in essence of the line that to find highest beauty is to find God. And I would like to conclude with some words by Khalil Gibran. I have quoted these lines in my thesis also, and my thesis was also on aesthetics aspect of Savitri, a study of Sri Aurobindo's Savitri in the light of Indian aesthetics. So at the time, I went through this book, and how does Gibran, all of us know, a great brain, a great philosopher, and a visionary also. He goes on explaining beauty. Beauty is not a need, but an ecstasy. Beauty is not a need, but an ecstasy. It is not a mouth thrusting or an empty hand stretched forth, but rather a heart enflamed and a soul enchanted. Beauty is a garden forever in bloom. The garden of beauty never gets dry or never witnesses autumn. Keats, in his very famous lines, says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." And one of our great Rishi poet, perhaps Vishwanath, he says that "Saundarya nitya ramaniyatam," the thing of beauty always gives us delight, inner anand, joy. So this is one of the qualities of beauty. It never ages. It never, becomes stale. And same, Gibran is saying, beauty is a garden forever in bliss, forever in bloom, a flock of angels forever in flight. Beauty is life when life unveils her holy face. Beauty is life when life unveils her holy face. But you are life and you are the veil. Beauty is eternity gazing at itself in a mirror. Beauty is eternity gazing at itself in a mirror. But you are the eternity and you are the mirror. So these are the heart pouring of Khalil Gibran. And finally, friends, Savitri has so many of these visions. In the last talk of God with Savitri, or the spirit that Savitri is, I personally call these lines the supramental manifesto for the world. The lines begin from 698 and go on up to 710, uninterrupted. All this is but the vision of the future race, the coming man, and the role of Ma Savitri in all this divine drama. So when the Lord says, all this is but highest beauty, when the Lord says, O sun world, thou shalt raise the earth soul to light and bring down God into the lives of men. And earth shall be my work chamber and my house, my garden of life to plant a seed divine. When all thy work in human time is done, the mind of earth shall be a home of light. The life of earth, a tree growing towards heaven, urdhvamukhi chintan, upward looking, upward thinking reflections. The life of tree, the life of earth, a tree growing towards heaven, the body of earth, the tabernacle of God. So when the whole earth becomes prayer house of God, then the vision, then the tapasya of Savitri is fulfilled. And before that, her work is unfinished. O sun world, thou shalt raise the earth soul to light. When God is commanding, advising, interpreting before her what her sadhana is, what her life, future work is, he's talking about the earth consciousness. This is the core of Sri Aurobindo's work. He's a lover of humanity. He thinks of the good of the whole humanity. So he's advising through his marvelous words, prophetic words, that Savitri, it is your duty to lift the consciousness of the whole earth and to bring down the divine light, to bring down God into the lives of men. Presently, we have only temples. We don't have divine presence inside. And because we don't realize the divinity inside. This is because in our own life, there is that opening to that vision is not there. The sublimity of realization is not saying. Here comes that how hideousness, ugliness also becomes beautiful. How one who really wants to transform the earth should embrace everything, every aspect, every fierce face of nature. So God is clearly advising Ma Savitri, a vision shall compel thy coursing breath. Thy heart shall drive thee on the wheel of works. Thy mind shall urge thee through the flames of thought to meet me in the abyss and on the heights. I am present in the deepest depths of existence, and I am present on the loftiest peaks of the world. So everywhere I am there. We can take it metaphorically also. In the deepest depths, in the most horrid and horrendous aspects of life, there is God. We have to meet God there. I'm reminded of those lines of Sri Aurobindo when he says that none can reach heaven who has not passed through hell. It is necessary to realize what hell is. And then even in the book of pain, the book of fate, or the problem of pain, he clearly says that you have to bring the delight, the source of delight towards to the inconscience, to the deepest darkness, and transform everything. Unless that is attained, the joy is not permanent, the happiness is not permanent, and the rule and the reign of pain will not end on earth, upon earth. So a vision shall compel thy coursing breath, thy heart shall drive thee on the wheel of works, thy mind shall urge thee through the flames of thought to meet me in the abyss and on the heights, to feel me in the tempest and in the calm, and love me in the noble and the vile. You will be compelled to love me in the noblest of the things and the ugliest of the things, in the vile, in the most horrible thing, in beautiful things and terrible desire. Everywhere you will be compelled to see me, to realize me, to embrace me. The pains of hell shall be to thee my kiss. The flowers of heaven persuade thee with my touch. My fiercest masks shall my attractions bring. The most horrifying, fearsome masks of my expression. I have cited snake, I have cited bear, and all other naturally and generally fearsome aspects of God are in truth his smiling faces, his beautiful faces. So with this, I rest my case. and go back to Belu Mehraji. Thank you so much, Beluji. You are an expert on all this. Please feel free to add something and to enrich my understanding. Thank you so much. Pranam.
No, Charanji, this is so beautiful. I was just in a kind of a zone of delight because I wanted to kind of put in the chat box all the lines that you were reading out from Savitri and the Bride of Fire also, just so that everybody can, you know, really experience the beauty of these lines. So I don't know about nobody. I mean, certainly you have the way you have spent time in with Savitri. So I don't even come close, but I think we are co-traveler on this path of seeking beauty, finding beauty. And for us, some of us, it's Sri Aurobindo's words. Every sentence is so beautiful. Every placement of the word, it's so beautiful. My fiercest masks shall my attractions bring. I mean, look at just one line, my fiercest masks. And yeah, I think I really liked how you brought in right from, Alipur prison, his recollections of the kind of people that he was spending 1 year with, and the thieves and the robbers and the murderers, and how he could find beauty in them, the beauty of the soul. So I think that was very moving, very touching. So I think we have a little bit of time, so I would rather that if others have any questions or comments or any sharings, because I'm looking through our participants list. We have at least one artist with us. I don't know about others. Binduji is with us, so if she has something to add, and of course Kiranji, because she's a literature student. So I mean, this must have been just a delight for her soul and ears. So please feel free to chime in.
Charanji, it's a wonderful expression you have, brought today. I felt that I'm sitting in your classroom and learning from you. And it created
so
wonder. It created wonder in a way that कि आप हिंदी समझते हैं ना चरण जी?
जी प्लीज।
अच्छा, वो ऐसा लग रहा था कि श्री अरविंद की रचनाएं हर लेवल पे ले जाती हैं। मतलब कभी कभी वी गेट लॉस्ट इन वर्ड्स व्हाट ही वांट्स टू एक्सप्रेस, एंड आप उसको सिर्फ अनुभव के आधार पर महसूस कर सकते हैं। एंड देयर आफ्टर कम्स अ स्टेज वेयर यू जस्ट आत्मसात करने के बाद you try to express and it comes up so beautiful. The way you express it, I felt the same. So when I read Sri Aurobindo, I feel like, okay, this is the trance kind of situation. You go into trance and then you get into that. It takes beautiful time also. And then the way you express is a beautifully simply, and it kind of, again, what is a recreation of what he is trying to say. So it is so beautifully done by you, Charanji. And I think that sublimity of thought, Lanjainus, I remember, sublimity of thought, sublimity of action, ideas, I think all together. So when you were expressing that time, I realized that how Mahabharata is beautiful, where there is a simply a story of war, destruction. But even though we get into that zone where you feel like to read, otherwise, where there is a vulgar or there is a bivassaras, it is difficult to digest, to stand. But even though we read Mahabharata, and that is the essence behind that, what Sri Aurobindo talks in, that is true spiritual. It is like it connects with your own spirit. So that is what, when you were sharing your thoughts, that time it came to my mind. Ramayana is a creation, but Mahabharata is a criticism of life and death and around us. Even though we really enjoy thoroughly, because of that narration is so beautifully done, even when they are talking about death or any any perm. So I was co-traveling. Beluji is rightly said, we are co-traveler, and co-traveling as well as it takes in our different zone where we can connect with what other things with. So Sri Aurobindo's thought on beauty is universal. It does not limit. वो सौंदर्य शास्त्र नहीं रह जाता है. It connects with spirit. Thank you so much bringing out this perspective, Charanji. Thank you.
Thank you so
So,
much. Thank you so much.
there
There's a
is
question
a
in the chat box,
question.
Beluji.
Yes, Vijayata, she's here. So, Vijayata, do you want to ask yourself, or should I read it?
Yeah, I'll ask.
Please go ahead.
So from a few days, I have this aspiration to find something which is more beautiful than divine love, like self-giving to the divine. But I don't know if there's anything more beautiful than that, or is it the expression of that love that is more beautiful than the divine love itself?
Beluji, should I try?
Yes, please go ahead. Share, please.
Yes. Vijeta ji, well, as far as sadhana is concerned, in one place, Sri Aurobindo says, self-giving is the secret of sadhana. And out of your love, you do your self-giving, your self-sacrifice. And in the integral yoga darshan that Sri Aurobindo gives us, he goes on saying at one place that self-surrender is the first word of sadhana, and it is its last word also. So by surrendering yourself to the divine, all of us are again co-traveler on this exercise also, by offering our everything. Sir, what is surrender actually? What is self-giving actually? The decision to hand over all our life's issues, problems, troubles, ordeals at the feet of the divine. And now his action, his divine motivation, his Divya Karma will act on behalf of us, for us. So you will have everything. Once the surrender is total, once the heart offering is complete, everything will be given there. Things even most material, most spiritual, most aesthetic. As a writer, you will get his help, full help in the writing process. In meditation, you will get himself, you will realize himself. In your workplace, you will have his shield at every moment. Don't we know that the mother says, even he who has thought of me for a second, I have given him protection. This is my promise. I have taken charge of his life and all afterlives. So one moment of total self-surrender, and look what is the grace and beauty, what are the treasure troves that we receive in return from the divine. We will have love, we will have peace, we will have ananda, we will have full inner masti. Once our self-giving is complete, of course, you will have plenty of love and beauty. The very moment when you have surrendered yourself at the lotus feet of the divine, then it is his job. Ours is complete. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beluji, you can add something.
No, I just think that, I mean, the question itself comes from a heart full of beauty, that, this aspiration is rising, that I want to give myself to the divine. That itself is a very good, very important sign of how the beauty and delight and, is arising within the heart. So thank you so much, Vijayata, for bringing up this question. Very beautiful.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I wonder if there's anybody who had any comment.
Beluji, I wish to know one question, one curiosity, calm down. How this beautiful Oro University started, who are the visionaries behind? Is there any person who can add and throw some light on this aspect? Because
Yes.
Gujarat is the land where Sri Aurobindo encountered the spirit of Bharat. So our koti pranam to this beautiful land of Gujarat. And if you yourself can throw some light, please do.
Kiranji is the right person.
Charanji,
So,
thank you for asking this question. Our university is established on the vision of Sri Aurobindo and the mother, thought and ideas. And the founder president of this university is Honorable H.P. Rama sir, Hasmukh P. Rama, who is basically Gujarati, settled in USA. He's a hotelier, but his work, his life is dedicated to Sri Aurobindo and the mother. And this university is basically, standing on the philosophy of Sri Aurobindo on education, where it talks about integral education, mental, physical, vital, and spiritual. And he established recently, it's a soft opening happened, Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center. That is the soul of Auro University. So the purpose behind this center and whatever, the platform which we are using right now with aurobharati is bringing that awareness among the youth and whosoever are the seeker about what Sri Aurobindo talks in his works, that is spiritual aspect particularly. Because in education field, what happened that we just focus on simply mental education, but we never care about, physical, and we just touch upon some aspect, but we never care about what is really psychic, that is true self, You never give opportunity to the human being where they can really go deeper and understand themselves. So bringing awareness is the work of the Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center. And the center also has 12 programs. Under that 12 programs, we have, lots of certificate, diploma courses also. And we invite seekers, we invite researchers, we invite students to the center for doing research work on the base of principle and philosophy and thoughts of Sri Aurobindo and the vision of Sri Aurobindo. And basically the idea behind this research is how to implement in real life situation. So, and whatever we are discussing here, it reaches to Auro University, and we try to implement through education system by using, the philosophy of Sri Aurobindo. So this is one. Second thing, if you meet Sri H.P. Ramaji, founder president, whom I really admire, because it's not easy job to bring spirituality in day-to-day life, in regular life. And it is, as Sri Aurobindo says, all life is yoga. So, to be in yoga situation is very, very difficult for the way we are born and brought up in normal situation. So it is a kind of adventure he took, but the way he is dedicated his life always into that how to bring this vision in our regular system. So I invite on behalf of Auro University and Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center, Charan Singh ji, to you, and come over here, come to Gujarat, come to Surat, to the center, and we would love to welcome you, and we'll love to listen to you. This is luckily we have this online platform where we can meet, but not only Charan Singh ji, but whosoever are interested in and whosoever are participating in this discourse, you're welcome to Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center physically also. We have facility of residential hostels are there, libraries are there. People are working through day and night for this to achieve this vision, to reach little closer to this vision. And one of them is our Belu Mehraji. That is why we got connected. So this is what Auro University is. We have 7 schools in Auro University. And all schools, we offer program of Science of Living and Foundation of Indian Culture. That is again connected with Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center. Plus, in School of Liberal Art and Human Sciences, we teach Aurobindo studies, we teach integral psychology, and naturally Indian knowledge system also. So these are the gist of what university is doing and what we in short form acronym we say SAIL Center, Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center is doing. Charan Singh ji, thank you for asking. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kiranji. I felt inspired after this beautiful introduction, and may this blossom into a wonderful center of the mother's love and light. Thank you so much.
Charan Singh ji, we
And
have this
Over to
website.
you, Beluji, who is our pillar of.
Let me complete. We have our
so-
website, Sri Aurobindo Integral Life Center, Oro University, and we have two. One is journal, research journal, that is Oro Ascent, and one is newsletter, which published once in 3 months, and Oro Ascent twice in a year. So Beluji is one of the contributor. One of the articles will get published in that also. And if you want to contribute by blog or something like that, it is open. This is still in progress. 2 or 5% work is left in this website. Otherwise, it is almost available. I mean, anybody can access. But if you are interested, you can contribute that way also. Thank you. Yes, Beluji, please.
Thank you so much.
No, yeah, I was just going to add 2 things. That yes, I have been the recipient or beneficiary of the warm hospitality and affection and care that everybody at Oro is willing to give the moment we land, right from the airport itself to till they ensure that we are back safely in the airport. I mean, the care they take is amazing, the food and everything. And also just wanted to add that HP Rama sir, I mean, Hasmukh name really suits him, because despite all the challenges of bringing yoga, bringing spirituality into day-to-day life of an academic institution with all kinds of students coming from various backgrounds, he always has a smile. So that name, he lives up to that name. So it's really a good, like you said, Charanji, it's developing to be that mother's institution. I think Alok Pandeyji once said that it could be like the Nalanda of the future. So, yes, let's join hands and work towards that vision. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beluji. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I think
Please.
we can, Kiranji, maybe in the Kala Evam Adhyatm group, if you or Satya can send the link to the university's, the SailC's website. That way it
Yes,
will be
ma'am.
great.
I'll do.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
please do that. Yes.
Thank you, Satya.
Yeah. Okay. I think we can
Satya,
close.
Satya is the person who is taking care of website.
Yes.
That is good, Satya. Thank you. Thank you. Share with everyone.
Ji, ma'am.
Great. So yes, Beluji, over to you.
So yes, so thank you so much, Charanji, for spending your evening with us and for really delighting us with Sri Aurobindo's beautiful poems, poetry, Savitri and others. And we will be in touch again, working together on in various ways together as children of the mother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Beluji, and Aurobharati Renaissance, and also Oro University. My profoundest gratitude. Kiranji, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.